In this video presentation, we are going to evaluate Google Docs, which is the cloud-based platform by Google for Office applications, especially Google Documents, Google Sheets, and Google Slides, which is for making presentation. You can basically integrate your Gmail Google account with the cloud servers of Google on Google Drive, and all your files, all your Office applications, your Word documents, your spreadsheets, your presentations can be synced. You can also have a backup and sync facility wherein you can upload your documents from your laptop or your PC on your Google Drive account. And so let's see how this can be achieved. So the first step is fire up a browser. Once you are there, just type docs.google.com. Wait for the site to load. Sign in with your Gmail account, presuming that you already have a Gmail account available. Once you are there, the interface is quite simple. It looks something like this. These are your templates, your pre-made templates. You can choose one of these templates, or you can just create a blank document. You need to go here. You need to see whether you need to work with documents, spreadsheets, or a presentation. But before that, let me take you through the settings. Do not select this because it will keep all the controls from right to left. Normally here we do it left to right, so don't select this option. If you are comfortable, then you can go ahead with this. Now this is what is very important. Focus here. It says offline. So you need to toggle this on. It will be, by default it is toggled off. You need to switch it on. It says that you can create, open, edit your recent Google Docs files on this device, on your laptop, on your PC, while offline. Well, this is not recommended on public or shared computers, so do it on your personal PC. Display recent templates on home screens. Well, that's fine. Alright. In this specific presentation, we will be looking at Google Sheets. So here I am. This is how the template looks like. I have already created 2 test documents, but I'm going to remove them. Okay, now if you have some files already in your drive, you can click here, you can rename them, you can remove them, you can open these files in a new tab, or you can also make these files available offline, so that the next time, if you do not have internet connectivity, you can edit the document. So I'm going to remove them. Okay, so once they are removed, so you need to create a blank document. Let me remind you, I am connected to my Wi-Fi. Okay, so I am online. You can do this offline as well if you have enabled the offline, if you have toggled the offline mode on in order to sync your background data. So here is an untitled spreadsheet. Now it is very simple. Just click here. You can name your spreadsheet. I will use test. Next you can say let me name this outstanding. Use tab to move across cells, just like you do on MS Excel. Now here is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I'll keep it simple. We can include other formulas later on. So let's presume the outstanding amount, say, is $100. Okay, before that, if you are from India, you need to check your currency. Now this is normally formatted as a dollar. That's the default. So you need to go to format, go to number. Okay, go to format, go to number, because I have already selected Indian rupee, But if you have not, then you need to go to more formats, click on more currencies, and then you will have to search for the rupee. So say RUP double E. Okay, so here you get the rupee, so you select the rupee and apply. Okay, so now you will have the rupee symbol highlighted in all the amounts, so that's formatted. So now you want to do an addition. Okay, let me tell you. Now there is another amount, say 500. All right, so you can use to format it like, oh, let me see what went wrong. You need to go to numbers, you have to select the Indian rupee. All right, so that's about it. Now you want to add cell A2 and A3, so you'll have to write a simple formula equals A2 plus A3. Just enter. So that's the formula for this cell. So say if you change this figure, if you make it 200, the formula updates all by itself. Okay, so similarly, if you want to subtract, say cell 3 as in A3 minus A2, so again use a simple formula, A3 minus A2, so that's about it. So, and the best part is, if you're working online, you don't have to save your project every time. It gets saved automatically. Every change you make is automatically saved in Drive. Last edit was seconds ago. So if you have to multiply, say A3 and A2, so equals A3, use the asterisk symbol, and A2. So here you get the multiplication. And if you have to divide, say A3 divided by A2, so first use the equals symbol, A3 divided by A2. So you have to use the / for that. So A3 divided by A2 equals, so there you go. So similarly you can do your calculations. Okay, one more thing I need to tell you is, once you have done this, because there are many other options, let me take you to the options. You can share. I'll discuss about this a little later. You can open other documents in this workbook. You can rename it. You can make a copy. You can import MS Excel format files into this. You can also track the version history. If you click this, it will take you to the version history. So for example, if this was the change that you made, this was earlier. Okay, so when you created the document, then you made changes to the document, so this is the new one. Okay, so only show named versions. So if you have not named your file, so it is not going to show that workbook. So if you toggle this on, okay, so if you click here, it is showing you the recent version of your document, so the total number of edits. So this is quite amazing, very powerful. So you go back, okay, to your document. That's your document. All right, so now you can download your document. Now this is the best part. It offers complete compatibility with other mainstream software by Microsoft. Excel, you have the open document format, which is the open source office editing software. You can export it as a PDF. You can also export it as a web page, as a zipped format, or as an HTML file. You can use it as a CSV format, or tab separated values. So you can publish it to the web. You can invite some of your friends or colleagues to collaborate on this document. You can email it as an attachment. You can send it to your other people who want to work on the same document. You can check the details here, and these are the settings. So I'm just taking you to just a bird's eye view of some of the main features here. So this is you can undo your last edits. You can freeze the document. You can also protect ranges. So for example, if you do not want someone to edit from A2 up to E2, so you can protect that. Okay, we have format. You can use the fonts: bold, italic, underline, strike through. So these are the different fonts that you can apply. Okay, so it's pretty basic but quite powerful, simple. So in the subsequent tutorials I'm going to cover the other aspects. Okay, so now let me show you quickly how you can share this document with others. You need to click on share. Now here it is logged, only I can see this document, but if I want to share it, I can either use the email address of the person that I want to share this with, and if I click here, I have three admin privileges that Google provides. One is can edit, comment, view. Now if you want the person you're sharing this document with to edit this document, let it be can edit. If you want the person to be able to comment, the person that you have sent this document, that you've emailed this document to, then select comment. Or if you only want the person to view the document, comment includes the person will be able to view the document and comment at the same time. View means the person will be able to only view the document without making any comments. So you can select. Now I'm going to select can comment, and okay, and I can punch in the email, and done. It shoots the email to the person. You can also get a shareable link from here if you want to. Okay, now this is the link that you can use to access this document online, but remember, the setting has to be moderated by the admin. You can here I want to select anyone with the link can comment. So that's about it. You can so there are two ways. Either you share a link, okay, maybe you have other messaging platforms like WhatsApp and Hike. You want to share this link on the messenger to the person if he is not using his email, maybe. So you can do this. You can copy this link, and you can use the desktop version of your messenger services and share it to him. You can also do this on your mobile phones, on your Android and iPhones. So though you will not have, so the editing features is not that rich, but nevertheless you can do it. Okay, so you can copy it from here. Now, or you can type the email and just done. Okay, so let me just copy the link, can comment. Let me quickly open this in a new browser, Firefox. So what happens when the person that you have sent this document to opens it? Let me show you. Now here is the document, okay, and okay, there you go. Okay, so it shows the person who sent this document, your profile will be here, and it says you can only comment. If you select, it says you can only comment on this document. You must be logged into a Google account to request edit access from the owner. So now this is anonymous. I'm not signed in. Okay, if I don't sign in, I can only comment. Even if I sign in, what it says is I'll have to request the owner, the admin of the document, to grant me the edit privileges. Only then I'll be able to edit it. Now I want to mark up a comment. For example, I want to say that I want to say that this is an anomaly. This figure is not accurate. Just presume. So click on comments, click here, then you can say double check this comment. Okay, so I've just made a comment, and so what happens? Okay, real time. Okay, real time. I switched my browsers. So what difference can you see? When you look closely, you see that there is a profile here, an anonymous profile. Google has chosen to give you an anonymous name. It says anonymous grizzly, and it means that there is a comment on this document in real time. Okay, so how do I know where the comment is? Here, you see it's highlighted. So if we click, it says double check this by anonymous. Okay, but if the person has signed in through his email, so it's quite logical that the email, instead of the anonymous profile, his email will be shown. Now the two advantages: if person is logging in anonymously, by clicking on the link, that is counterproductive because you wouldn't know who has commented on the document. So you need to make sure that you send this document to specific persons. Until and unless you're doing some work on a public document, you're creating some experimentation in Excel, in spreadsheets, and you want feedback from the general public, so then it's fine. But if it is your target clients and users, then you need to provide them with the admin privileges, and you need to allow them to at least send the document onto their email. So once they sign in, you get to know. So that way is two things get recorded on the server. One is the IP, second is the email account. All right, so now there's another useful feature, which is chat. You can chat in real time. Okay, here you say how are you, so immediately I need to be online for the chat to be visible. Hello, there you go. Wasn't okay, so where was I? Yes, now you want to click on the show chat option, so you can chat if both of you are online in real time, so you can chat here. Okay, this is one. Next, if you want to reply, okay, click on the comment section. Okay, so now you can resolve this. All right, so so when you click on the comment section, you can either resolve this, because if you have already resolved it, like you have made the necessary changes here, so you can click resolve. But if you think that there's some misunderstanding, you can say please be please be specific. Okay, so you have sent a reply, and in real time you can see I've switched over to the anonymous user. You can see that in real time it says please be specific, so you can check, and then anonymous can comment again, what do you mean, okay, so on and so forth. So similarly, if you go here, you can go through the comments. So if there is any misunderstanding in the figures, that can be sorted out. So it's a very powerful tool, and once you have done that, you can go back. Okay, so here is your document. Last time that you edited it was 12:46 a.m. so this is the latest one, and then you can click here, you can rename, you can remove, you can open it in a new tab, and if you want this document to be available online, synced with your online account, all you need to do is tap here. Now it is available, this document is available online for editing. Okay, so your notifications will be here. Okay, your Google Plus notifications. So the best part about Google is everything is integrated. Now here is Drive. If you go to Drive, now let me show you what happens in Drive. See, the document that we created, first here it shows how much space you have available. Google allots 15 GB, which is decent amount of space if you're working on spreadsheets and documents, unless you have tons and loads of videos and photos that you want to sync. So my advice is have 2 Gmail accounts, one personal and one for your work. Okay, so it says 30 MB or 15 GB used. It shows the breakup here, that your Google Photos is occupying 0 bytes, Google Drive 0 bytes, Gmail 30 MB. If you want, you can upgrade the storage. You can pay for more cloud storage. Here are your computers, and there is this folder Google Photo. And let me just quickly take you to the settings first. When you go to the settings, you can convert uploaded files to Google Docs editor format. Now if you are uploading from a file which is not perfectly compatible with Google Docs, you can select this, so or you can leave it, depends on you. You can change your language settings. Here, as I showed you previously, that I've already enabled the offline access. Density, let it be comfortable. You can change the way this entire interface looks: comfortable, cozy, compact. For me, it's always comfortable. Then make relevant files handy when you need them in quick access. Let this be enabled. Create a Google Photos folder. If this I had already enabled previously, so if this is not enabled, remember that Google Photos from here will disappear. So if you have some photos on your mobile phone and you want them to automatically sync to your Google account, some important photos of some important documents, you need to be double sure that this is enabled. Wait a minute, this is enabled. Okay, this has to be enabled. Alright, notifications, get updates about Google Drive items in your browser. Okay, now that's Google is not known to sending junk mail, so you can enable this as well. Newly shared items, requests for access, comment suggestions, and now here Google will want to send you notifications. Okay, if you want to allow Google to send notifications about changes, because for example, I don't expect people to be online always, or Google Drive tab to be open always. Maybe, but you are signed in. Once you are signed in into your browser, first let me show you what that means. You need to go here, and you need to be signed in into your browser, something like this, your Google account. You need to be signed in to your Google account. That is very important for you to receive notifications. So if there is any changes into the document, any comments, it is just gonna pop up like you get notifications on your smartphones. Okay, settings. Now if you want to back up and sync your documents which are stored on your PC or your laptop with your Google Drive, and if you want that to take place automatically, you will have to download this utility from here by Google. Once you have done that, it is going to let me show you. It's going to look something like this. Downloads. Okay. The downloaded file looks something like this. Install backup and sync. You will have to install. Once you click on install, it will ask you to, a dialog box will open which will ask you, because I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again. So but if you do it, it is going to ask you to sign in using the Gmail account that you have enabled on your Google Drive and Google Docs. So you need to sign in. Once you have signed in, you can sync your files from your PC to Google Drive, but make sure you sync only the relevant folders and the relevant files. Else, if you sync your videos and photos folder, you might quickly exhaust your 15 GB free limit. Okay, so that's there. You can see the keyboard shortcuts. You can use some shortcuts. Now here is the list of the shortcuts that you can use. Very handy and quite simple. So if you click here recent, it shows the documents that you have uploaded, the photos and the documents that you've uploaded recently. Here is the Google Photos folder. Okay, it says Google Photos tab in Drive is going away. To keep seeing your photos and videos in Google Drive, update your settings. What I just showed you, you need to allow Google Photos to be displayed on your interface. Okay, so that's it. My Drive, and so if you open this, this is the same document that we created, and we can edit them. And once in your settings, okay, so once you have provided access to use your software offline from the cloud, you will see 3 neat icons on your home screen. One is Google Docs, Google Sheets and Google Slides. Now let me show you what happens if I disable my internet and go on airplane mode, okay, and close all my browsers. Will I still be able to edit? Of course I will. So when you click, this is what happens. Okay, so I'm on airplane mode, okay, and but still I'm able to have a look at all the documents, because if I click on test, this is being run on the browser offline. Here you go, you can edit, okay, works perfectly fine even offline. All changes saved offline. The moment you go online, the changes will sync with Google's server. Now this brings us towards the end of this presentation. In the subsequent presentation, we are going to cover the other necessary topics. Thanks for watching.